Hello there and welcome back. Last episode, we were instructed by Instructor Sara, go figure, to go to Santa Estralla's girls' school where we got to meet up with Elise, and then we met Princess Alphen, and then we got to meet Prince Oliver and learn the truth about how Class 7 came to be, and now we're continuing with this journey down information avenue. Forgot I said that. Oh my god, Bunny uses his tail. Thanks for seeing us out. I never would have guessed you were friends with Princess Alphen, of all people. Humph. Huh. I wish I knew how much of what she said was genuine. Hey, Elise. Thank you for taking the time to come here today. Take care on your way back to your lodgings. We will, thank you. Thanks for showing us around. Good night. Good night, everyone. Oh, she's mad at me. What? Don't worry. I just noticed it. Oh my god, Alyssa's face. Oh, that smile. Okay, anyways. I can kind of understand where she's coming from. I doubt anyone could have guessed that Her Highness would extend such a bold invitation to you. I'm not sure how that's my fault. Is it the brother thing? Ah, yes, I almost forgot. Reen, I have a small favor I'd like to ask you. Of me? Your Highness. Oh, you're going to ask him? But of course. You see, tomorrow I'll be attending a garden party sponsored by the local government for the start of the festival. Or rather, Makis's father invited me to attend. Yes, I seem to recall hearing that myself. That's the one at the Crystal Garden in Mater Park, right? Indeed. Anyway, let's not waltz around the matter. I was rather hoping that you would join me as my dance partner, Reen. Huh? What? Does that mean... Do you think Her Highness knows that old saying, a dance today, a wedding tomorrow? I'm sure that's fully in the realm of tabloid speculation. Still, there's no denying that many will interpret it that way. Whoa, hold on a minute. I don't think, I can't. I mean, it would be an honor, but it's like too great of an honor for someone like me. Oh, not at all. Your father may be a baron, but the Swarzers have long had deep ties with the imperial family. I apologize if this comes across as rude, but inviting you would likely create less opposition than if I were to invite Eustace. I see. Well, I can't deny that. You needn't apologize. I find your choice rather fascinating, actually. Eustace, you're not helping. Anyway, I really don't think I'm the man you want. Sometimes I can barely keep from tripping over my own feet. Is that so? Elise once told me that she asked you to help her practice the finer points of ballroom dancing. In fact, she says you're an excellent dancer, that you step lightly and very gracefully. Is that not true, Reen? Well... Huh? I understand. It was rude of me to trouble you with a petition like this on such short notice. And besides, I don't suppose you would have such interest in dancing with a little girl like me. No. That's not what I meant, Your Highness. I can't, I'm not good at whistling. That's my sister, alright. She really knows how to twist a knife. Okay, forgot I did that. There's a lot of things you're gonna have to forget. Your Highness, please. You too, Prince Oliver. Looks like they're having fun. I had no idea the Imperial family was such a lively and cheery bunch. I get the feeling they aren't all like this. Ah, I see now. How could it not have crossed my mind? Perhaps the truth is that you already have your heart set on someone else. Or is there someone you're already courting? Well, do you? I'm positively dying to know which maiden has conquered the battlefield of your heart. Only you. Well, actually, no, there's quite a few people that would talk like that. Wait, I mean, yikes. How am I going to get out of this one? Not sure how to turn her down gently. Very well. I shall relent this time. Huh? Ah. However, next year, I'll be 16, just like your sister. That's when I'll be making my debut into high society, so I'd be very happy if you'd give my invitation some thought. Well, aren't you the lucky one? There's a smile again. Her Highness really seems to have taken a liking to you. You really ought to have accepted her invitation. It might have led to something truly unexpected in the future. Nah, I doubt it. It seems like she just took an interest in me because I'm her brother's, or blah, 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 blah. I'm her friend's brother's. Okay. She didn't seem all that serious about it, so I figured she was just trying to tease the two of us. Can't deny it seemed that way. But I got the impression that wasn't all that was going on there. You weren't the only one feeling nervous that whole time. Prince Oliver was an even more unusual person than I had heard. No doubt about that. He seemed entertaining to be around. To think that he's the one who made Class 7 possible. He seemed easygoing, but hearing him talk about our class made what we're doing feel even more important. Besides, he gave us plenty of other useful info. Yeah, including the fact that the board of directors seem to have their own agenda for us. I have no idea what they're planning, but their motives seem incredibly suspicious. And agreed. Hearing about the instructor's background kind of threw me for a loop, too. I wouldn't have imagined she used to be a bracer. Maybe because you don't really see them around anymore to begin with. A rank is more or less the highest you can be, too. I assume you already knew about her history fee. Yep. The guild is every Jaeger Corps' main competition, after all. Probably even ran into her a few times during our operations. Really? Unbelievable. I'd almost forgotten about those good old days. Sara. Impeccable timing as ever. Instructor? How long have you been there? So, looks like you finally found out about my work history, huh? I guess that kinda tarnishes my ravishing adult charm a bit, then. I hate to break it to you. You didn't have any charm to begin with. Shh. Did you hear an old maid sighing? What was that? Claire! Good evening, everyone. Captain Claire. This is quite the unusual combination. Let me be the first to assure you that this wasn't my idea. But the governors asked me to tell you that tomorrow's field study is being put on hold. Instead, you get the exciting opportunity to help this lady and her goons with their evil schemes. Huh? What evil schemes? Sara, could you maybe not try to put them off entirely before I've even had a chance to explain? Actually, there's a matter I'd like all of you to help us with. I've discussed this with the governor, and he decided that this would be the best way to handle the issue. So much is happening. Now, if you'd be so kind as to get on board, I'll explain everything to you at the command post in Heimdallr Central Station. Off we go to the Central Station! I sounded slightly defeated the way I said that. So much information. So much to remember. Oh god, oh god! No! Chaos! Terrorists? Ignore what just happened. Indeed, I'm afraid we have no choice but to define them as such. Unfortunately, we have no clue as to their aim, nor do we know the names of the group's members, its size, or its history. At present, it doesn't even seem that the terrorist group has established a name for itself. That's a lot of unknowns. Would I be correct in assuming the man we met in the North Highlands who was trying to start a war is a member? Gideon? That makes sense, actually. So, he's one of them. He said his name was Gideon or G or something like that. They're both right. So that's what that man you encountered in the Highlands was up to. It does sound like the terrorist type. And you think he and his group are going to try something tomorrow? On the first day of the summer festival? We're currently operating under the assumption, yes. The summer festival lasts 3 days, but unlike festivals in other provinces, only the first day garners much attention. It's been a month since the incident in Nord. If they intend to make their next move soon, tomorrow is a likely time. I'd have to agree. Terrorists do love their time in the spotlight, after all. And considering how easily Gideon gave you his name, I'm betting we'll start to see them acting more openly soon. First, you gather arms and other like-minded allies in secret. Then you reveal yourself with a bang and keep going in quick succession. That's a typical terrorist MO. I see. And you want us to assist with countermeasures against them? Right. The RMP will be joining forces with the Heimdallr military police to bolster the capital's security. Unfortunately, as big as the capital is, I can't say with complete confidence that there'll be no holes in our security. That's where you come in. You'll be assisting our security measures as a reserve force. Bah humbug. It'd sure be nice if the guild was still active here. They would have come in mighty handy right about now. Yes, I don't disagree. Sara, you do know that the RMP had no involvement in the guild's withdrawal from the capital, right? Oh, really? I mean, your boss and that brother of yours, or other quotes, brother of yours, could hardly make their opposition to the guild more obvious if they tried. Well, wow, these two really seem to have a messy history between them. It sure looks that way, especially where the guild is concerned. Although, it sounds like your brother has been keeping busy in Crossbill recently. So, what's it going to be? Whether you choose this or as your field study task for tomorrow is totally up to you. If you decline, there are plenty of tasks the governor needs taken care of, like you've been doing the last 2 days. The summer festival is a busy time, after all. Lots of little details that need to be squared away. I think the decision is obvious. I think I speak for Group A when I say we'd be glad to join with the anti-terrorist countermeasures. Group B feels the same. Alright then. Thank you for your assistance, everyone. Now, let's move right along to confirming the patrol routes you'll be following. And time passes. Kitty cat! Huh, so Sarah's leading us back to the dorm. Or not the dorm, the guild hall. Holy crap. Feared as much considering that... Was she stationed here? She was a bracer. Wow, this place sure brings back memories. Up until about a year and a half ago, I'd swing by here at least once a week. Really? I wouldn't be surprised if I'd seen you around here, or around before then. So maybe she wasn't stationed here. Well, I did end up getting to know your sister. Fiona, right? Works as a piano teacher. Seriously? Wait, she did say she knew someone who worked at the guild. I guess she was talking about the instructor. Still, instructor. What is it that caused the guild to withdraw from the capital? I've been wondering that for a while myself. The guild used to be pretty active here in Erebonia, right? Well, yeah. The direct cause was guild branches all over the country being blown up. But I'm sure you already know that. The culprits were a Jaeger Corps hired by a nasty bunch the guild was at odds with at the time. Well, still is, but anyway. Thanks to the dependable ally, we were able to defeat, the Jaegers. But by then, the Imperial government had its eye on us. They started making life difficult for us, took away most of the guild's authorities in the country, leaving our hands tied. Eventually, the branches were started closing one by one, with no real prospect of ever reopening. So that's how it was. Instructor. Sounds kind of sad, actually. Don't worry, your dad might be the city's governor, but he wasn't really involved. A certain friend of his, however, was very involved. You're talking about Chancellor Goliath Osborne, representative of the Imperial government, I assume? Yep, him and his cronies in the Imperial Intelligence Division. It's kind of like a sister organization of the Railway Military Police, so that's why she blames the RMP. Alright. The door's just kind of open. You guys feel a draft? Because it's nighttime and the door is open. That always bothers me. Anyway, after that, I was out of a job. That's when Principal Van Dyke came and offered me a position at the academy. I started as a combat instructor last spring, and after that, I wound up being chosen as your class's homeroom teacher. I still help out the guild from time to time, though that's how I ended up bringing in our Jaeger princess here. Pat. Knock it off. So that's what happened. You mentioned that Jaeger Corps was responsible for the attacks. What was its name? Oh, it wasn't the same group Fee used to run with. They were called Jester, not a particularly high-ranking outfit. I see. Worried about me? Well, I did suspect that it was likely a different corps. From the sound of it, the Jaeger Corps Fee belonged to was a pretty large one, though. Oh, definitely. She was with Zephyr. Their leader was this insidious guy known as the Jaeger King. You name a combat specialty, Zephyr had it covered. They were the only corps on par with the Red Constellation, which has its roots in the berserkers of the Middle Ages. This lore, it goes on for miles. They caused me plenty of trouble back when I was still a full-time racer. Look who's talking. You caused us plenty of trouble yourself. And it's hard to believe this all happened to people we actually know. Yeah, it sounds more like a story of some novel or a video game. Is there a graphic novel based off of Trails of Cold Steel? I think there is. Anyway, the terrorists you've been hearing about lately aren't part of any Jaeger Corps. Yeah, I figured that was the case. Generally, Jaegers are interested in just two things, money and fighting. That Gideon guy you encountered in the Nord Highlands doesn't seem to fit that description, though. If I had to guess, I'd say he's acting on some kind of deep-seated grudge. A grudge, huh? But, well, it's hard to say anything for sure. I never met him myself. From what I understand, he did seem particularly tenacious. He was definitely that. Which means we're really going to have to step it up for our patrol tomorrow. Your involvement is just a precautionary step, but if you're going to help, give it your best, I say. Seems like your teamwork is smoother than ever, too, so all the better. Anyway, it's late, so get your report written and get some sleep. I'm gonna crash in one of the empty rooms upstairs. I figured you'd be staying here. The instructor never changes, does she? You sure? She seemed more talkative than usual. Feels like she was pushing herself. Now that you mention it, she did seem far more forthcoming with information than usual. Maybe she's feeling a bit weird being back in her old workplace. You might be right. Still, guess we're not really in any position to be worrying about her. We'll just have to do our best to coordinate with Group B tomorrow to make sure everything goes smoothly. Agreed. Alright, the sooner we get that report written, the sooner we can get some sleep.
Keep up the good work.
All of my things were completed. I was a little concerned. Now what's happening here? Gideon?
The time is finally at hand. At last, the hammer of judgment shall rouse this indolent capital from its slumber. Yeah!
Oh god. Are some of those people that I've seen around Heimdallr?
Comrade G, all of the necessary preparations are complete.
But it feels like you have so few men accompanying you.
Wouldn't it be wise to call in a few others for backup?
There's nothing to fear. As long as I have this flute, not even the railway military police stand a chance of stopping us. Tomorrow, the people of this land will at last know our name. My dear comrades, I shall be counting on you all. Yeah!
Yay! Oh no. Not really like he needs much, like, of a backup. I mean, they blend in pretty well. I could have swore I've seen most of them. Alright, I'm going to go check on Group B before heading over to the Railway Military Police's command post. Just give me a call on your Arcus if you find anything during your patrols. Okay. Will do, Instructor. Leave it to us. Still, I was expecting Captain Claire to be our point of contact. Yeah, I wasn't expecting you to agree to cooperate with the Railway Military Police. I'm not exactly delighted about working with them, but things are looking pretty serious. I'm helping them this once and acting as your point of contact, but I won't let them forget for a minute that they owe me. Anyway, I'll see you all later. Tell Fiona thanks for the breakfast. Sure thing. Alright, we should get moving too. We've got our designated areas, so we'll be patrolling them by one, keeping an eye out for anything suspicious. Instructor Sara said she'd contact us around noon too. Let's be off then. I'm guessing the city's going to be packed with people since it's the first day of the summer festival. That's all the more reason we need to stay especially vigilant. Indeed. Oh, the music's changed. Well, I really like Heimdallr's music, but I guess that's fine. Well, it's festival time. Can I leave? I can. Ooh, so I do have places I need to go. Well, before I do my investigation, I'm calling it a day. Thank you for watching. If you like this video and you want to see more, please press that little subscribe button. It helps out a lot. And if you like this video specifically, please like and share this video. Next time, I'm going to investigate and see what I can find. Trying to figure out what's going on. And I'm actually really excited. I'm looking forward to it. So I'll see you next time. Goodbye.